Hey everyone on my channel, today's focus is Qunni from Heartbreak High. I'm super excited to start talking about it because I'll be explaining how I feel seen through Qunni. It's refreshing to have an actor who is actually autistic to play an autistic character. Before I get into this video, I'll make it clear I have no problem with non-autistic actors if they do the role respectfully and not mocking us. The Good Doctor did not achieve this. I would prefer more autistic people doing acting roles because autistics don't really have any idea what we are going through on a daily basis. A quick warning, I will be touching on ableist behavior, so please click off if you're not in the best mental space to hear this. Back to Qunni. Season 1, Episode 2, Renaissance. In the beginning of the episode, I highly relate with having a hard time talking with a crush. She's trying to talk with Sasha, but is struggling super hard. This was me in middle school when I had a crush on a guy with an emo haircut, and he loved Disney. I would wear my Nightmare for Christmas shirt to get his attention. I was very nervous to talk to him. I could never get any words out. Another scene I want to focus on in this episode is her being at the restaurant, with the filmmaker showing all the noise someone with autism hears. I feel Qunni's frustration of trying to listen to her date when there's so much noise that it becomes hard to hear anyone around us. It feels like my hearing is slowly going underwater, and whenever my family's trying to tell me something, it sounds all muffled up. Also, I will make this clear. Please never try to touch an autistic when they are overwhelmed. Emery tried to hug her, and when I first watched this show, I was like, Emery, stop. She is overstimulated. Please do not touch her. I love how Darian told her to calm down in the bathroom because when we are overwhelmed, this is how to treat an autistic person and find a nice quiet place for us to calm down until we are done with our meltdowns. An autistic meltdown is when the brain feels overwhelmed and an action response to this is uncontrollable, and some can be mistaken as temper tantrums. Sometimes meltdowns are crying, zoning out, intense stimming, rocking, stimming with fingers, constant hums, and knuckle popping. From my experience, extreme rush of emotion. What causes an autistic person to get overwhelmed? Light, different sounds, scanning faces, different smells at once, bright colors, my experience, overlapping voices, and people bumping into me. It is from Reframing Autism, All About Autistic Meltdowns, a Guide for Allies. I'm not gonna lie to my followers, when I step in my house after being outside, I feel drained, and I have to lie in my bed for hours just after going outside. And it's always frustrating to try to tell people why I have to plan ahead for things and I have to prepare mentally or else I will have a meltdown. So, back to Qunni in this episode. The line Sasha said, "You're not like most autistic people," is pretty similar to, "You don't look autistic." I love when Qunni responds with, "Okay, Sia." Sia is the one who made a very ableist movie towards autistic people. But back to Sasha, I met a lot of people like this in my job where they will explain how they know autistic people, and then once I learn slowly or struggle in my job is where I had one coworker say, "How many brain cells do you think she has? Just because I can't make coffee fast doesn't mean that I'm not smart." Knowing an autistic person or friending them does not free you from being ableist. In Season 1, Episode 4, Rack Off. I hate how Sasha babies Qunni in this episode, treating her like a child, which is very common to a lot of autistic people think we can't handle being in a club or handle being in a concert. I'm alternative, and I save up my money to go to these concerts. I bring my noise-canceling headphones, same with clubs. And I honestly like to get drunk myself, but I hate it when one of my friends babies me and think that I can't handle my drinks. I know my limit, and I know when to stop, because I'm a lightweight, and honestly, I don't need that many anyway. It's probably why Sasha annoys me in the scenes. Autistic adults know how to handle themselves, and we know what is too much for us. We are human as well, and we try to have fun without burning ourselves out. Qunni said it best herself. You are not responsible for me. I am. Every adult who is an autistic is responsible for themselves, and we don't need holistics to babysit us. In episode 6, Angelina. Sasha is making me furious in this episode. She does not understand why Qunni needs to be there early. From my experience, I am scared of arriving late. And if I don't leave early for my job, and I won't get there on time. When it's an important event like NACA, I have to wake up, then have my coffee. I start putting on my contacts, makeup, and costume around 7 a.m. Make sure to get there super early to get a good parking spot. Let's say I understand why Qunni is super anxious to get there on time. But back to Sasha. I hate her friend's reaction when she told her that she's on the spectrum. She just found out something terrible happened to her. Why do elixirs act like this when they find out we have autism? Maybe if society treated better, then we wouldn't have an issue with autism. Back to Qunni. She tried to tell Sasha that she wouldn't be up to the party earlier, and Sasha just ignored her by saying, "Oh, you're overthinking." No, Sasha. I know if I went to a concert that it would be it. Because after this, I would feel exhausted from the excitement. And Sasha says the most ableist thing ever of don't play the autism card. Anyone who is like Sasha and you think us autistics asked to be like this, to get exhausted just for going out, having a hard time struggling with your world, trying to understand how humans work, you think we don't want to be normal like everyone else? We want to go have fun without being drained by our sensory issues? I would love to not have panic attacks because I was 2 minutes late to a concert. I would love to be able to work normal hours, but I can't based on what I hear, smell, and every little damn thing around me. It exhausts me. I want to go out more and have fun, but I'm scared of someone filming me just being myself on TikTok calling me effing cringe because I was drunk at the bar having a good time. Society already sees me as a joke, and it's not fair any of you sit there and tell us we are using our autism as an excuse. I'm jealous of people who can work more hours, and I'm jealous of people who can get jobs easily, and I'm super sick of ableists thinking we autistics have it easy, because I've heard it many times that we get special treatment. It's called we are disabled. We have no control over this. It's super frustrating filing for disability because I'm not disabled enough. Clearly it's shown on my record that I have a hard time keeping jobs. This is what I keep inside every day, and it's why the hate comments don't faze me anymore. I'm very numb to people ableism because I've heard it all my life, and I've grown tired explaining people who just hate me for having it. Episode 7, The Grapes of Voss. Enough about my sad life. Back to Qunni. It's very common for autistics to have a verbal shutdown. I stop talking when I'm super upset, and I feel like my words just don't matter. Qunni verbally shut down after her and Sasha got into a fight. People who don't have autism will find this immature, but what's the point of talking with someone if they don't listen? I can't speak for every autistic. From my experience, I stop talking to people because I know the fact they will not care or listen to how I feel. And there's just no reasoning or point to continue on with the conversation. Thank you all for tuning into this video. There will be a part 2 that I'm working on that will go more into detail. I figured it'd be better if I split these two up instead of making one long video. But anyway, thank you all for 266 subscribers. I can't believe I have this many. And I'm super excited you like the content I make. This video is very emotional for me to make because it reminds me of the daily ableism that I have to deal with. And it's nice to have that shown in media because it's very rare to get girl autistic representation. And it's very annoying that a lot of people think we're faking it because a lot of people still think only boys can have autism. And it's very annoying that every single day I have to prove how autistic I am when Aulistics already view me as weird and they already sense my autism when I think I'm trying to fake it, good at faking it. But anyway, please let me know your experiences down below because I know it can get lonely and isolating dealing with autism. Feel free to use the comment section as you're venting of how you deal with your autism. Because I get how it can feel lonely and isolating dealing with autism. It's not that it's a curse or a disease. It's just people in the world don't understand it, and it feels like you're the only one that does. Thank you all for subscribing. I hope you have a lovely new year, and please take care of yourselves. Bye.